Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. In the last episode, we defeated the Boost Guardian and got the Seeker Missile. You know, 2 major upgrades in one episode, so 2 for the price of 1. But in this episode, we're going to use our newfound Seeker Missiles to actually get out of this room. Because we can't get back that way. Unfortunately. But in this episode, we're going to be doing a bit of item cleanup here in Temple Grounds before we get too far back to doing what we're supposed to. So we can stop by our ship here. There's a luminol floor entry up on the ridge that we couldn't access before. This is M.D's Testament. The last hit breached my armor. The poison spreads. Though I have found the key, it is too late for me. Soon my light will fail. They know I am here. They will come to this site to plunder the key. My last stand shall be at the edge of the temple grounds. I only hope I have the strength to fight when they arrive. So, we can stop by our ship and save and replenish our energy and ammo. Can't hurt. And I kind of missed the trick shot there. I was trying to shoot the door from far away. But now we're back in this, very first area that we were in when we first entered, and that trigger for jumping down the pit is still there. Now, once you visit this room a second time, you can see there's something new here. It's a Dark Trooper, but it's not just any Dark Trooper, it's a Dark Missile Trooper, and of course, he uses missiles against you. Each generation Galactic Federation soldier, armed with missile launcher. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper, the presence of an unknown biomass. The missile trooper's armor has been compromised, the bulk of it remains intact. The missile system remains online as well. Fully parasitic fusion has yet to be obtained, resulting in low agility and response time. So, a good reason for saving fighting this guy is fully charged light beam shots. Do a lot of damage to him. Also, you can see his health draining from the fire, which that does do the same thing to other enemies. I just haven't really explained that it does that. But defeating the missile trooper gives you a missile expansion, as you might expect. And the interesting thing is that it's actually the same form that the Metroid Prime 1 missile expansions are in. It's the same model as those, instead of being the Prime 2 model, which I find interesting. Let's see. Okay, nothing else to do in this room. I think we can kind of just use the boost to get through. Same thing with this room. No, get out of my way. I want to defeat one of these guys with bombs. That's great. So actually, we're not really low on anything else. So that was Hive Chamber A. I don't think we can get that other thing. And this should be Hive Chamber B. There's one more missile expansion that we can get down here, which is you have to use bombs and then open this up. And wow, the camera's really doing weird things around this particular one. And there's our missile expansion. So that'll conclude the rest of our business here. So we'll just kind of go through the path, or you could show up and be a nuisance. This leads us back to this elevator, and luckily for us, since we can go through the translator door, we can just kind of go straight back to the beginning of that loop. Instead of, going the other way. Because we do want to go back to Torvus, and the fastest way to do that is through the area with our ship. So, just boost through here again. I think if you scan your ship again, it'll tell you how the repairs are coming along. 23% and rising. Now, in order to get back up to the area that we came from, we'll need to shoot this. Which you can't actually get on until it's done moving. I've definitely tried to do that because it would save a little bit of time. But, now we can take the lower tunnel in this area, and the camera's not really cooperating again. And this will take us back to the big area in the temple grounds that leads to Torvus. Which I'm just not remembering the name of. Oh, meeting grounds. There you go. So I believe now there are going to be Dark Pirate Commandos in here. Maybe not. One thing that is kind of frustrating about trying to boost through that area in particular is the game thinks, oh, you're in morph balling on the half pipe. Clearly you want to boost up the half pipe when you're trying to use the boost ball there. But no. So it tries to lock you into only moving in the directions that would get you up the half pipe, and you can see I kind of got stuck. Just not the best thing. But in any case, we're almost back in Torvus now. I don't know why, but for this room in particular, it's just really satisfying to boost through it. 'Cause it just has like a slight curvature to it, and if you trace it out well, then yeah, it's beautiful. Yep, yes, so that was the second time that I came down that elevator, so I could skip that cutscene, but I mean, they don't really take that long, but people can get impatient, as they do. You know what, we don't really need to save. That'll be kind of a waste of time at this point. So, we're going to head back through this room. It'll be the fastest way to get us to where we want to go. Maybe this room will have the Pirate Commandos in it. Oh, nope, just a Grenchler. So our goal is the area below the temple, and we'll open up this the super missile door. Okay, so last time, there's a secret missile door here that we could go down. That elevator actually leads to Torvus. Not Torvus, we're in Torvus. At least to Aegon, but we don't need to take it just yet. The one to the right, we already know where that one goes. So the only option left to us is this one, which has a super missile door. I mean, we could have gone down here before, but we needed the seeker missile to actually make progress in this area, so I just saved us a little bit of travel time and just went and got it while it was more convenient to do so. But this area of Lower Torvus has some different music. And if you've played Super Metroid, then you'll recognize what this is. This is the Red Brinstar theme from that game, and it fits pretty well. So these are Preed, so we've seen the Dark Preed before we actually got to see the light ones for the first time. So engage them at range if possible. Destruction of outer body will release a highly toxic cloud. The cybernetic Preeds are aggressive hunters used as patrol animals by the space pirates. They carry lethal no-Hayden gas for use as a defense mechanism. If a Preed is ruptured, the gas within it is violently released. This toxic cloud often proves fatal to the Preed's killer. So with these, you'll want to kill them from a distance because they'll be floating in areas where you need to walk. And if you run into them, then obviously they explode on contact, and Well, let's just say it's not a fun time. There is a save station at the top of the area here, so definitely make sure to use that. And once we hop down, this is Hydrodynammo Station, by the way. You can see this area has water in it, and we don't really like water at the moment. Let's see, I think we're seeing the Preed up above, and that's what's on our radar, unless there's something below us that I just can't see. What we need to do is we need to scan some stuff. I think we actually need to head down first. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just... Oh, there we go. So, these guys right here, which he's gonna... Oh, I actually got kind of saved by the tube right there. These are blogs. They're not the kind of internet blog. They're a different blog. They're much more dangerous. Incredibly durable aquatic predator. Powerful, fast-moving water dweller. Outer hide is impervious. Heavy weapon hits will only aggravate it. Its mouth, however, is vulnerable to damage. So with these guys, the general strategy is, if you want to actually kill them, is to kind of shoot them to stun them. They'll charge at you when you do so, and they'll open their mouths when they charge at you, and that's when you can actually damage them and kill them. The blog uses speed and agility to close in on prey. It will batter foes with a ramming attack, then use its 3 tooth-filled maws to finish the job. Blogs have a weak spot inside their mouths. The rest of their bodies are covered with a thick, damage-resistant hide. So I think we need to go back up to the top. So this will shoot you all the way back up to the top of the area. Let's see if we can't do this better this time. These we are supposed to reach from those doors. We can't scan them from this angle. So what we need to do... here's the one I'm looking for. And then subsequently absolutely fail at hitting. Or jumping to. Oh, wow, a missile. One missile just did that. Okay. What are we looking for? We're looking for something over here. There we go. I believe. Nope, there it is. Okay. We obviously cannot jump as high underwater. Nor do our bombs really get us anywhere. So we need to actually use... Ow, you suck. Okay, I was able to get back to that, which is good. Aha! Evasion tactics. But yeah, our jumps not great. Our bomb dumps even worse. So this time, let's actually get to there. So we need to scan that. So jump. Okay. So when we scan this, it will release this security lock. Now there are 3 of them in the room total. The other ones that we can't really get to, or we're not supposed to, at least from this angle. So now that we have that lock raised, we need to go back up to the top again. You know, this is a common theme. But it extended that platform so we can finally move forward. And of course, there's a missile expansion just sitting right here, which is nice. One downside to the way the Seeker missile works is that you have to press and hold the missile fire button, which is why in the GameCube version, down on the D-pad in the Trilogy version. And you have to hold, you obviously have to be holding that down, but in order to do that, you have to actually be, you have to press it first, which, if you're not using any other like weapons or something before it, you'll have to actually use up a missile in order to use the Seeker missile. But hi Dark Samus, I thought we killed you. Thanks for that evil laugh. And then Dark Samus committed suicide. Actually, no. As much as I wish I could say that, she did not. So we are going to have to defeat these logs in the water down here in order to use the spinner. Ooh, that did not go over. This is not really not going over well. Yeah, the missiles are like much more effective than the charge beam shots are, which is interesting. I mean, you can use dark beam charge shots. I think those will one-shot them, but I'm just kind of intrigued that the missiles are much more effective. It's the lore entry. I think it's on the other side. So there's two ways that you can go from this room. There's one that's kind of the red path, and the other one's the blue path. You'll need to go down both of them at some point, so it doesn't really matter which one you do first. This one does have the lore entry, so this is conflict first phase. Our war begins. We developed crystals that brought the light of ether to the dark world. Using these crystals allowed our warriors to explore the enemy lands to bring war to the Ing. Sadly, the crystals were not enough. We needed stronger weapons, better armor. We withdrew from dark ether while our greatest minds devised new engines of war. So this path has the dark beam door end of it, and it's going to be a morph ball tunnel that we have to go down. It's not really active at the moment. We just have to kind of go through it. There is an expansion that we can get here, but not until later. So going around here will take us to the catacombs. There is a portal in this room, as well as a lore entry, which I'll get in just a moment. I believe there's some grunchlers. Or nope, okay, there are blogs swimming down below. So we'll scan this lore entry. This is recovering energy. We were not prepared to fight a long war. The forces of the enemy outnumbers ours vastly. We sought a way to end the war quickly, without extended combat. We decided to build the device to recover our lost planetary energy from dark ether. Without this energy, the dark world would cease to be, and our world would be restored to stability. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to take a little dip here. Okay. What the heck just happened? That was like one of them charged at us because I tried to make it. Yeah, this is a mess. But then they just like both kept charging, and there was not much I could really do. There we go. We actually have been using a lot of missiles. We need to get more. Hey, look, missiles. But let's get to the other side of this room. That is a door that we cannot open. So the only other thing for us to do in this room for now is get the other lore entry from this Luminoth. Jesus Testament. Alright. What craven savages are the Ing? Trapped in the catacombs with no chance of rescue, I fought them to the last. I watched them feed upon their dead. I heard them pressing the lesser of their number into the front ranks, that my blast would take them. At least their leader stood against me in battle. He was a foe worthy of a Luminoth warrior. So we'll take care of these bearer pods, and our goal is inside this room. There are more Briskies here. We haven't seen those in a while, actually. But as you can probably see in the map in the top right corner, this is wrapping us back around to the Hydrodynammo Station. Now, the second time you visit this room, you'll notice there's actually a new scan here for us. There are now alpha blogs not alpha blogs. These are just blog links. In the area, so youthful, aggressive blogs, violent infant creature will use a ram attack if provoked. These guys are a lot easier to take out because they don't have any armor, so you can just straight up shoot them. So it's a lot easier. They're weaker than their parents, but still violent. Their powerful jaws have yet to form, and they lack the defense abilities found in the adult blog. They must rely on speed and agility for protection if attacked without the protection of their elders. And that actually was the 60% of logbook scans. So doing pretty well with that. We don't really need to fight them though, so we'll just take the thing back up to the top, and that's where the save room is. I think this is a good place to end off this episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. I've been redxparasite, signing out.